Hi everybody, Greg here. Just did something I've always wanted to do. I'm on the northwest coast of France in Normandy, and I'm on Omaha Beach. This was one of two beaches that the United States was responsible for landing at. It's always been a big thrill for me to do this and come here, and I'm doing it to pay tribute to the young men that rushed this beach about 73 years ago. Not only this beach, but also the other four beaches. To give you an idea of kind of how this is laid out, if you look directly at the water, you're looking straight north. And if you go just a hair west, you'll run right into southeast England, which is where they they marshaled in Plymouth and Portsmouth and those towns to pull the group together to put together the landing. I guess my first impressions of Omaha Beach is that the water is extremely cold. This channel is very, very cold. Today it's a very calm day. On December 6th, D-Day, which D-Day you recall actually started at midnight. June 6th. It was very, very wavy. 5-foot swells, raining, cold. It was a horrible night. They were going to go on the 5th, but it was even worse. But anyway, to give you an idea, all the beaches basically face north. Down there, you go in that direction, that of course would be west. You run into Point to Hawk, and then the next one over would be Utah. To give you an idea, Utah of course is where we also landed, and we also did Point to Hawk, which in itself is a story unto itself. It's not a beach, it's a high cliff. Anyhow, Omaha was by far the beach with the most casualties. We had about 4,500 casualties on this beach, and it was more than just the longest day. It was more like the longest day and a half. To give you an idea, down at Utah, we had casualties of less than 200 men. So it tells you how ferocious the warfare was here. The reason it was a couple of things. A lot of things went wrong, frankly. Our bombers could not hit the targets they had hoped to hit. The bombers missed their targets, and we had a number of ships off sea that were supposed to hit the guns out here. Due to the rocking, they missed. They were going to bomb the beach, creating craters, so guys could go from crater to crater to make their way up. And this whole area, this beach, by the way, I'm guessing is about 5 miles long. It's enormous. Right now the tide is in. When we came on June 6th at 6:30 a.m., it was out. I was here 2 days ago. When the tide is out here, it triples the width of the beach from the shoreline up to the shelf up there. But in any case, it's interesting. If we scan up here behind us, you'll see that the men ran up to where there are now rocks, kind of gathered their thoughts, and then tried to make their way over. You see a car going by there. There's a road there. The road was there back in June 6th. And then make it up that hill. Across the top of that hill, it was well fortified with machine guns, mortars, the whole thing. So it was a tough day. There was an interesting question that came up the other day, and because when we were here during the weekend, it was a beautiful day like today, and there's tons and tons of people out here having a good time enjoying the beach. And the beach seemed to lack a certain amount of solemnity that you would think would come with a beach like this. And the tour guide had a great answer. He said, I know what you mean, but at the end of the day, the whole idea of liberating France and liberating Europe and liberating Omaha Beach was really about how we wanted people to go back to their own way of life. And that's exactly the way it is today. So prior to the Nazi occupation in 1940 of France, there were houses along here. And the houses were typically owned by wealthy Parisians. Those houses got all blown up because they were in the way of the guns, because the Nazis needed the airspace to shoot their guns down at this beach. The war ends and it rebuilds, and we're back to where we started from. So it's the natural evolution of things. So it's turned out the way it really is supposed to start. It really is the way it's supposed to be. But again, this is an amazing place, and I'm so happy to have been here. And again, I salute the men, the Canadians over at Juno Beach, and the British down at Gold and Sword Beach, and all the fellows who made it, because this is the start of D-Day, but it was another couple of months of the Battle of Normandy, and shoot, we still got the Battle of the Bulge to go in about 8 months. So anyway, hope you enjoyed that. We're going to Mont Saint-Michel now, do a non-D-Day thing. Google Mont Saint-Michel. It's a pretty cool place. Bye-bye.